on everyone, Mellowlink here. In true fashion, as I said, today's video will be how to safely get out of pressure. I will do another one in the future of these and you guys can vote for the next video, but I'm not going to get into that now. I'm just going to get straight into this video. So enough chit chat and let's get into it. So first of all, everything I say here, take with a grain of salt. So everything I tell you guys to do here, it's obviously situational and it won't work in every situation. You just got to read the opponent and how they like to play. So first I'll go through general rules. I picked Kazumi here because she has all the tools that I'm going to mention to you guys, but bear in mind not everyone will have everything I say. Most of them will, but I'll even point out when they don't. So the first one I want to talk about, and probably the most important one in my opinion, is sidestepping. Now you got to sidestep to the character's weak side or to the side that you know the moves they're using, it will sidestep. So we've got Heihachi here, for example. Now, a lot of pressure people like to do with jabs and down forward ones, right? Because they're the quickest and it keeps you in place. And also, you know, if you try to duck the jabs, these will hit you, you know? So, Heihachi here. I've got him doing a series of down forward ones and jabs and plus frames. Now, this might look tough to get out of, but it's actually quite easy. So I know for a fact, if you sidestep to your character's right, most down forward ones and jabs will be evaded. So look here. Whoops. Okay, so Heihachi is one of the ones where it's the opposite. See that? Watch. See how I evaded it? And if you think it's too quick, there is actually enough time to sidestep and launch. I'll show you. There you go. Punish. So if people are pressuring you like this, don't be scared to try and sidestep. If you get hit, it doesn't really matter because they're using moves that are jabs and down forward ones. So you might get jabbed for your efforts, but your reward is actually a launch. So you might as well try. You know what I mean? Now, if you're, as this video was suggested by how to safely get out of it, say you don't want to commit to a sidestep and hop kick, someone like Kazumi or even any character's 10 frame, you can just test it. So, like this. Whoops. Like this. See that? I tested it with 1-1. Now, if that was blocked or the person didn't keep doing down forward 1 or 1, what do I lose by this? Nothing. And I'm only -1. So I can continue pressure or sidestep again, you know what I mean? Or if you're feeling, you know, a little bit more risky and you want to try hit confirm, you can try down forward 1. Oops. See that? You can do that if you want, just in case you don't want to commit to the full thing. Say they're doing jab down forward 1. If you know they're going to keep you in place with down forward 1, you can do something else. So we'll keep it at that for now. Okay, so he's doing 2 down forward ones in a row. What beats down forward 1? Your jabs. So you can try jab out of it. That's safe. Another one, exactly the same except for I reckon this is probably the most effective move in the game, but you have to use it sparingly. And that is duck jab or crouch jab, whatever you want to call it. So again, this stops the opponent's pressure and it's about +4 or +5 on hit. So if they try to retaliate after that, it's your turn. Now, the reason I picked Kazumi is because this is situational. If your character has one, you can do it. If not, well, bad luck. And that is Magic 4. Now, yes, this is a high, but if it's blocked, you're not going to get punished for it. So, for example, the down forward ones again. There you go. You get a counter hit as Magic 4s are all around 11 frames. That's 4 different ways already you can get out of it. But the best way, in my opinion, is to sidestep. That's what I reckon is the best one. Like that. One thing you got to be careful of, a lot of people like to test with 1-1, with Mishimas mostly. You can get out of this. All you have to do is you have to actually side walk. So, there. So, if people do 1-1, like a lot of people when you do a safe move, you know, something that they can't punish but they think it's their turn, they'll usually do 1-1. Now, if this was an unsafe way to get around it, you could do this, but we don't want to risk a while standing 2 as it's negative 13, right? So yeah, the best way would be to sidewalk. There you go. And you can sidewalk this both ways. So yeah, next I was going to get onto plus frames. So we use Dragonov, big example of this. Now, a lot of people, when somebody is using plus frames against them, they obviously get pressured and they might get scared and they just hold back because they don't want to get hit by the next move and they know that they're negative. But certain plus frames you can actually get out of by doing what I'm about to show you. Alright. There you go. You can actually backdash out of this. So you can punish the opponent if they try to do 2 in a row. There you go. And it's a big whip, like huge whip. You can get any launcher you want here. So if somebody tries to just spam plus frames in a row, chances are you'll be able to get a whiff punish. And, you know, someone that uses back 1+2, they'll never expect you to do something like that. This also works for if they try to do grabs after. There you go. So don't be afraid of plus frames, especially ones that you can backdash out of. Now, another thing you can do with plus frames. Dragonov's biggest move, right? Scary, true? Now watch this. Let's do that. A lot of people do this. Alright, that's a frame trap, right? It's hard to get out of. Look at that. You can sidestep. So don't be afraid if someone uses plus frames and think, oh, I'm stuck here. I have to just wait and guess the mix-up, because you can actually sidestep. And you can visually confirm it as well. So I can wait here, I just press it. Then I can punish, you know what I mean? Or if I think that's too slow, I can visually confirm with down forward 1-2. So don't be afraid. Now, you can go one step further with this again, and obviously this all depends on if you are paying attention to how the opponent likes to play. You can't just do any of these and expect them to work with no prior knowledge. You have to see what they like to do after it, okay? And then they might see what you do and then act accordingly. So this game, you got to be always adapting, you know what I mean? You got to be always doing something fresh. Right, so that's a classic setup, yeah? Running 2 into down 2. Now, although it's not a true frame trap, a lot of people will expect the person not to press anything after because they're negative, right? So this is situational to Brian and other characters alike that have this. So anybody that has a safe orbital or safe low crush move, you can use this as a next level read. Now, of course, this can get floated. So if they did a down forward 1 or a jab, you will get floated. But if you can read the opponent, it is technically safe, because if it's blocked, say they just do a running 2 and don't do anything after it. You do orbital, you haven't lost anything. All that you might lose is the chance to get floated. But the reward again is so much greater, because if they do this and they do the low after, you get a full combo. You know what I mean? And they'll only get a float combo. So don't be afraid to low crush stuff. You know what I mean? That's better. I had to get the combo. It's pissing me off. Alright. And also the next step, if someone's doing a running 2 and then they see you sidestepping, right? They can do one of 2 things. They can try a tracking move, or they will jab. JDCR is notorious for this. He always used to do running 2 into jab, 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 keep pressure on, right? But let's see what this does. So there you go. I tried to sidestep, didn't work, obviously. Next level would be something like this. If they always jab after, you do a high crush move. Simple, right? Any high crush move you want. We can even do a snake edge, and I'm pretty sure it's a punish. Alright, it's not a punish, but that's ultra next level, and that's what's safe. But yeah, as you guys know, lows are definitely punishable, but if it's a hard read, it's a pretty good idea. And then the next evolution of that, although this isn't safe now, you can get punished for whiffing this, is parries. So, say someone attacks you, there you go. You can get a parry. But be aware, as I'm pretty sure this is punishable on win. Yeah, there you go. So be careful with that one. And if you want to stick to strictly safe and don't want to extend too much, I would say the sidestepping, backdashing, duck jab, magic 4, and I'm pretty sure those are the best ways you can do it. So with pressure, it's not only moves on block, it's not only plus frames on block, it's also moves on hit. Now, a lot of people obviously know not to press on hit for highs and mids, right? You can tell by your character that they're staggered. Like, look at the other character. They're probably not going to press anything after, right? But lows are a big part of pressure, and a lot of people don't want to press after it because they're minus, right? So let's say someone wants to do this setup. Hatchet kick into down forward 2-1. Solid, right? You know, they try to jab, they can't do anything about it. Try to dick jab, again, everything beats it, right? It's +4 on hit, and down forward 2-1's -13. Don't be afraid. This is just like a plus frame because it's on hit. It's just an on hit plus frame. Don't be afraid to try and sidestep. See that? You can actually get away from this trap with sidestep. And you'll find with a lot of setups, this is true. Like Kazumi's down back 4 into down forward 1-2. That's sidesteppable. And yeah, this is a safe way to get out of it. Watch me actually hit confirm this. Like, you can go like this. Whoops. Oh, I didn't wait enough there. That one had to be side walked. So sometimes you gotta really test it. So obviously 2 hits, you're gonna have to walk further. But yeah, don't be afraid to try and sidestep people's setups if it's plus frames, okay? Same with this, actually. Back 1. Huge tool for Brian. A lot of people are scared of it. They won't press anything. Look at that. Look at that. See? Brian's a bit harder because you have to jet upper, but people who have a down forward 2, you know, just a generic down forward 2, like Paul, for example, that will be really easy to launch with. So this game's not as set in stone as you think. Just because something's plus frames doesn't mean you can't contest it. And yeah, don't be afraid when people are pressuring you, because there's these options. I'll just go through them one more time in case you forgot. There's testing with jabs or a 10 frame. There's sidestepping. Now if you're getting hit, don't forget to check the other way. See, like this setup. Oh, that can be stepped both ways. Probably even easier to the left, actually. But if you were getting hit, you got to make sure you check. Okay, don't think it doesn't work. I can't sidestep here. You got to test both ways, and even then, make sure you go into lab to even test it. You know. Yeah. So sidestepping, then side walking as well. So if you're getting clipped by second hits of strings, that means you just got to walk a bit further. As I said, dick jab, and don't forget this one as well, Magic 4, if you've got one. So that's all safe. And then yeah, if you want to take it to next level, you want to be the ultimate pro. Low crush if they're doing a lot of lows, and high crush if they're doing a jab after to stop you from sidestepping. Alright? So yeah, it all links together. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and these tips. And when I make a new post, don't be afraid to vote again, because I am taking note of all the ones that get a lot of votes, and I'll be making the video next. So cheers for all you guys watching, and I hope you guys learned something. Take it easy for now guys, and peace.